Hello everybody, Althamir here with another video. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking. I just want to say, first of all, that I am sorry that I didn't get a video out on Friday. Not that it matters, but I was thrown for a loop, and I was gonna record a video, and well, stuff happened, and yeah. So anyway, moving on. I wanted to talk about an article I stumbled upon today, well, yesterday. And it is Amazon announces Fallout TV series will premiere in 2024. Now, I wanted to talk about this article, but also this rumor actually started years ago, and right around the same time, there was another rumor, and I wanted to get into that one too. And that is that Netflix is going to be developing an Elder Scrolls series. Now, I've searched online for where that's going, and I haven't found anything. So I have no idea if that's still going on, but I kind of wanted to go into, positives, negatives kind of thing. But let's get into this article first, okay? So sit down, relax. Let's go. All right, so Amazon first announced a Fallout TV series in 2020. Now it officially has an estimated premiere date. Amazon announced on social media Wednesday the show would be premiering on its Prime Video streaming platform in 2024. It is a post-nuclear role-playing video. The TV series is based on a video game by, well, not originally by Bethesda, but they bought it when I think the other company went out of business. But anyway, Bethesda bought it and rolled with it ever since. So, the series will be set in a world where the future envisioned by Americans in the late 1940s explodes upon itself through a nuclear war in 2077. So, according to the Rotten Tomatoes, the series will be developed and written by Lisa Joy and Jonathan Nolan, the people who were behind the Emmy-winning HBO show Westworld. It also talks about Todd Howard, who made Fallout 3 and 4. He's also the executive producer of Fallout 76 and Fallout Shelter. He said at Gamescom in Germany that the TV series will be held in Los Angeles around the same time as the games. There is no footage from the show that I could find. But it's definitely an interesting thing, that this was announced. Right around the time this was announced, it was rumored that Netflix was going to be developing an Elder Scrolls series. But before I get into that, I really like the Fallout series. I really like that Bethesda's taking this chance and like branching out, and taking full advantage of the fact that Fallout's a very popular series, and I think it would be very stupid of them not to at least try. You've seen what people nowadays have been able to do with a variety of different things that maybe years ago wouldn't have gone over well. I mean, we had a Mario movie before, those who don't know, and that didn't go over well, although I kind of liked it. I mean, there were things about it that were stupid, but that's not the point. And but I mean, you got Lord of the Rings TV show that's doing well. You have had Game of Thrones. You have another Game of Thrones that's doing well. You have the Mario movie did really well. You have The Witcher, which is doing very well on Netflix, although I'm not sure for how long. So I mean, now I think is the time to give it a shot. I mean, even Dragon Age has an animated TV show on Netflix, and doesn't Dungeons and Dragons I think has something too. I think like I mean, there's just other gaming companies that I mean, so I mean, if if the series flops, it's I don't think it's gonna hurt the video games necessarily, but it's very interesting. I never really watched Westworld, but it is Emmy award winning, although that didn't exactly save the show. But that's Hollywood, you know. I think that's one thing I'd be worried about with this show with Amazon or even any show that's on a streaming service is that sometimes these places can be rather quick with their cancel button, you know? And then even if the show does really well, it could take years before there's a season 2, you know, and you know, interest has maybe waned a little bit. You know, you look at, I mean, they've kept up with The Witcher. They've kind of kept up with Stranger Things on Netflix, right? The Lord of the Rings, they're trying to keep up with. I'm not sure when season 2 of that's coming out, but they're trying to keep up with it, so it's not like 10 years from now, you know. And you look at even the other comic book series, which I love, and if you haven't watched The Sandman on Netflix, check it out. It is amazing, amazing show, and they did really well with transitioning that from comic to show. But even that, I mean, it's going to take them years to get it to a second season. So I think that's the only thing I'd be worried about with a Fallout series. I mean, I don't know too much about the lore, but I'd be interested. I think I'd watch this. You know, I'd give it a shot. I mean, I like the video games. I just never got too into the lore. As for the second part of what I wanted to talk about with this video, what does this mean for an Elder Scrolls series? And is Netflix waiting to see if people are receptive to Fallout series before even okaying some sort of Elder Scrolls series? You know, I mean, yeah, The Witcher is doing well. There's other medieval kind of things on Netflix. I think Shadow and Bone, and they're kind of hit or miss. Netflix is the one place I don't think I'd want an Elder Scrolls series because they are quicker than any other streaming service when it comes to pulling the plug on things. And I would think that an Elder Scrolls series on Netflix, I think even if it did really well, if it doesn't do extremely well or insanely well, I think that Netflix would just say, "Okay, yeah, you know, we're gonna pull you." I mean, they wanted to do an entire their own like comic books, you know, series like Marvel with the Jupiter. I don't remember what it was called, but they had their own superhero series. You know, it was a relatively buried comic, but it was still a comic, and they were developing it, and they came out with a season. You know, and they wanted to do a universe around it, like Marvel did with their stuff, and then boom, they just canceled it outright. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I'd want Netflix to do an Elder Scrolls series. You know, I don't know if I don't know who I would want to do an Elder Scrolls series. You know, for a streaming service. I don't think any of them are gonna do it any justice. I mean, who wouldn't pull the plug immediately? Maybe Amazon, but Amazon already has Lord of the Rings. I don't know if they would take a chance with Elder Scrolls 2. It's kind of the same thing, you know. It's like, so what do you guys think? Are you excited about Amazon having this series? Do you think this series will lead to one uh the like an Elder Scrolls series maybe on Netflix like the rumor was years ago around 2020, 2019? It was more 2021 actually, wasn't it? But what do you guys think? Me personally, I'd be excited for an Elder Scrolls series, but I really don't know where it could go. I'd be I mean, Netflix is about the only place it could go, and I'd be really worried about it going there. I don't think that they would. I don't think that they would uh, do it much justice. I think they'd pull the plug too early. That's what they're known for. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I'm really excited about this series. I'm gonna check it out. Um, if I have any more information, I'll try to keep it posted on my channel. But for now, I will see you in the next one.